Valley Club, as expected, this is going to be an exciting weekend. We have a double drop for Void Shards. Yes, I hope you've been saving them because you have a 2x chance to get a legendary or an epic from your Void Shards. Goes in conjunction perfectly with the champ chase that is coming up this weekend. Also, 10x chance to get one of the top arena champs in the game right now. And along with the update 10.6, there's a bunch of bugs and bug fixes and a bunch of champ updates that we're going to discuss as well. And if you're ready for all of it, you know to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day. It is exciting times right now in Raid Shadow Legends, especially if you've been saving up your Void Shards, because you're going to get a 10x chance or a 2x chance to get epics and legendaries from your Void Shards this weekend. Also a 10x chance to get one of the top arena champs in Nihame, the Spear of Nyrisa. So very similar event with that they've done a few months ago. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. At least 6 pieces of Raid Shadow Legends content every single week on this channel. But let's check out the announcement. 2x Void Shards, 10x for Nihame, the Spear of Nyrisa summon event starting on August 8th. So this Friday, August 8th, we're planning to launch 2 events simultaneously. The first is the one we were expecting. I was saving my Void Shards for this. We're planning to launch a 2x chance to summon epic and legendary chance from Void Shards. Also, they're planning to launch a 10x chance to summon Nihame, the Spear of Nyrisa from Void Shards. And note, the duration of the 10x will be 1 day shorter than the duration of the 2x chance. So if for some reason you don't want Nihame, Spear of Nyrisa, maybe you have already, maybe you're shooting for another Void legendary, well, you don't have to have her in that event. You can wait till the end of the event, end of the champ chase, and just open your Void Shards. And of course, I do want to remind you guys, if you don't want to wait for a 2x to get some great legendary characters, make sure you use the link in the description or the QR code up there to start off a brand new account, or maybe start off a second account, because if you do, double legendary start and 3 of the best epics in the game right now. You're going to start off with Karato Fox Hunter. You get him in your account as soon as you're done with your tutorial. Then you're going to get 3 of the better epics in the game. Uugo, Zargala, Tagoar, they are some of the top epic champs in the game right now. And then within 24 hours of you starting your account, use one of these codes to get another legendary champion. My recommendation would be to get the Demon Slayer code for Tholen Foulbeard. Great damage dealer for PvE content. I use the code Monkey King for Sun Wukong. He's a great damage dealer for PvP content. And there's also code Desert Queen for 200x. She's a great support champ that'll take you all the way into the end game. You could use any one of these codes, but you could only use one, so choose wisely. Now, the interesting thing about this event this weekend, we had this exact same event on May 16th, 2025. So a few months ago. So on Friday, May 16th, they had 2 events. There are 2x chance for epic and legendaries from Void Shards, and a 10x for Nihame, Spear of Nyrisa. Same thing, 1 day shorter than a day of the 2x event. And if we go into the game right now, we'll see that Void Shards, they still are going to have a very low drop rate. It is 0.5% normally. It's going to go up to 1%. So still very low chance of getting a legendary champ, but it is double, so that is better. 16% chance to get an epic. That is more than the 8% chance, so still not a great chance if you don't have a lot of Void Shards. But I am really looking forward to this because I was hoping to get Nihame, Spear of Nyrisa, the last time they did this, one of these events. She is a great champ. If we check out her ratings in-game, great in arena offense and defense, great for Demon Lord, Hydra, Ironton's Fortress, Faction Wars, Chimera, all the tough places. She is a great character. We look at what her A3 does, heals all allies. The value of this heal proportional to this champion's defense. So this is a defense-based champion. You want to build her with as much defense as possible. Also, block debuffs and 50% ally protection buff for all allies. 2 turns, very, very strong. 3-turn skill when it is cool, when it is fully booked. We also have an A2, attacks 1 enemy. The target has 50% HP or less. This attack is always critical. Ignore 50% of the target's defense. That is a big damaging move. Place a shield on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to the difference between the target's current HP and the target's max HP. So if the target has very little HP, you get a big shield there. The target is a boss. The value of shield is proportional to this champion's defense instead. The target is killed also reduces the cooldowns of all ally skills by 2 turns. Very, very strong. The damage is based on defense, and the A1 is going to attack one enemy. 50% decrease attack debuff and 30% decrease crit rate debuff on the target for 2 turns. Also 50% chance that if these 50% that these debuffs cannot be resisted or blocked. Damage still based on a defense, because obviously the defense-based champion. And the passive, place a block damage buff on all allies at the start of each round, and each time this champion's HP drops below 50% health. No damage there. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. So this could be a lot of block damage if you have another character that can support Nihame going up and down in health. Above and below that 50% health, you could have a lot of block damage buffs on you. So I am hoping I get this champ. We're going to open our void shards and hopefully we get lucky. But yesterday we had the update drop and the update notes. Today we got all the AI changes that were implemented with this update. So first, version 10.6, it is actually here right now. It is not fully implemented in the game. I don't think we have the super raids for the Minotaur yet, but it should be coming sometime during this update. So we have a few gems that got changed in certain areas. The first is Chimera. If He-Man's skill, I have the power, is not on cooldown, then it'll be the highest priority skill, which is weird because it's the A3. I would think that the A3 has higher priorities than other things, but I guess it didn't in Chimera, but now it will. In only the Ice Golem's Peak and Cursed City stages with the Ice Golem, so only affecting the Ice Golem battles. Nut or nut, newt or nut. I'm not. Let me know in the comments. Is it newt or is it nut? Blessed Bash skill will be used against the boss with the highest priority, not the minions. So that will change. So that, I guess that's a good thing. Maybe not, because if the minions are still there, then you'll have that big AoE attack that the boss does, and then I think you get stunned if he's or frozen. Not so. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Event Dungeon, Riho Bone Spear, pressure point skill will be used against the boss with the highest priority, not the minions. And Ramantu Drake's Blood, Drake's Fury skill will be used against the boss with the highest priority, not the minions. So 2 changes here. Any boss battle with minions, the boss does not have a block debuffs buff. Then Yumeko's Destiny's Mirror skill will be used against the boss with a higher priority, not the minions. This is an interesting one. Blade Quartz or Caldor. He has a very interesting skill. You could use it on your allies or you could use it against the enemies. I guess they changed it in all locations. But let's actually go to this skill because it is a little confusing. And I'm wondering, I do have this character unlocked. Sometimes it activates at weird times. I want him to do an attack, but he helps the allies. So if we look at how this skill reads, the A2 selects a target. Now, if the target is an enemy, it's going to decrease the duration of all buffs on enemies by 1 turn, so less buffs on the enemies. Place a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, an additional 5% poison for 2 turns for each continuous heal buff on this champion. And if he uses a skill on himself before he does this on the enemies, he's gonna have a lot of continuous heals. These debuffs cannot be resisted. Then instantly activates poison debuffs on all enemies, so you can have a bunch of damage with this skill. But I'm finding a lot of times he does this on himself instead of doing the damage on the enemies. If the target is an ally, this is the one he usually does more. Increases duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn. So either decreasing the buffs on the enemies or increasing the buffs on the allies. Also instantly activates all continuous heal buffs on all allies. Place a perfect veil on this champion for 2 turns. Also 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 2 turns. Another 15% continuous heal buff for each ally alive for 2 turns. So ideally, if you use this, you're using this first on Blade Quartz or Caldor, getting a bunch of continuous heals, and then right away using this on an enemy so you could have a poison for each continuous heal. But the way that the AI uses this skill did get changed. So what it's going to do now, if there's no enemies with block debuffs buffs, the ally team has less than 2 debuffs, and the ally team does not have a champ with less than 50% HP, then Blade Quartz or Caldor or Star of War skill will be used against the enemy with the highest priority. So then it will do the damage. So no enemies with block debuffs, and the entire ally team 2 debuffs or less collectively, and no one with less than 50% HP. Now, if all enemies are block debuffs, the ally team has more than 1 debuff, the ally team has more than 1 debuff collectively, could reduce the duration, or if the allied champion has less, or if the allied team has a champion with less than 50% HP, Blade Corsair Caldor will activate the Orchestra of War skill on an allied champ. So hopefully this makes it a little more reliable and gets him to kill the enemies when it is appropriate to kill, and not healing up the allies when it's appropriate to go kill an enemy. Next, if all enemies are under block damage buff, Carnage, the Anarch's Trinity of Pain is on cooldown and Devilish Accord is not on cooldown, then Devilish Accord will be the highest priority skill. Estra Dream Strong, also her Blessed Dream Song is not on cooldown, then it will become the highest priority skill. Also for Authortrix, Lamasu also got a few changes to the way her AI works as well. If the ally team does not have any active skills on cooldown and Authortrix Lamasu is not the leader position, then the Icon of Domination will be used on the ally in that leader position with the highest priority. But if the ally team does not have any active skills on cooldown and Authortrix Lamasu is in the leader position, then the Icon of Domination will be used on the ally in a second position with the highest priority. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this helps a lot of the AI and allows a lot of these champs to be function properly when you just have them on auto. So let me know what you think of these AI changes, Valley Club. Also, let me know your hype level for the 2x Void Shards. I am looking forward to it, not only for the champ chase, to get some points for the champ chase, but just to open some Void Shards, hopefully get some great Void legendaries. Hopefully I get that. Hopefully I get lucky. Hopefully you get lucky as well. And hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, leave the video a like. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. Check me out on social media and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Hulk Fist Bump ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.